Hello everyone, greetings from PayTap's technical support team. In this series, you will learn how to integrate with PayTaps through our PT2 API endpoints. And here, we will walk you through the third integration type, which is the managed form. For the purpose of this series, we have created a very simple Laravel project to walk you through the integration process. But feel free to follow the steps in this series with your own project, whatever the programming language or the framework used to integrate with PayTaps. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn more about the token-based transaction and what is the token-based transaction and how we can initiate a token-based transaction inside the managed form integration type. So, let's get started. The first thing you should know is that you can find the full documentation for this part inside PayTap support portal under the article called the Managed Form APIs Integration Manual. Now, if we navigated to step 3 over here, initiating the payment, you will see that part of initiating the payment is the token-based transaction. So, what are the token-based transaction and how we can initiate a token-based transaction? So simply a token-based transaction is a seamless transaction where you want your customer to be deducted the amount from directly. So whenever you want to do something like subscription or you want to deduct the amount from the customer without the customer needing to enter a payment form or to enter any card details, this is a token-based transaction. Whenever you want to make a seamless transaction where you want your customer to only enter his CVV, and once he enters his CVV, the payment is done, that is a token-based transaction. So in this video, we are going to see how the token-based transaction works. So simply, the token-based transaction work by creating a token, then using this token to deduct the amount from the merchant or from the customer, in future transaction. So that means that first we need to initiate at least one authorized transaction with the customer. So simply, if we go back over here to creating the token, which is the first part of initiating a transaction, a token-based transaction, you will see over here that to create a token, you will need to use an tokenized parameter. This tokenized parameter simply are going to tokenize this transaction, and in the return response or in the callback response, you're going to receive a token that you can then use inside a transaction or inside a token-based transaction to deduct the amount directly from your customer, or maybe to made him a require CVV only transaction. So simply this is how the tokenized parameter should look inside your request payload. And if you want to learn what is the 2 parameter, this is simply one of the following values for hashing, like 2 is for hexa 32, and this is what we are going to use. So simply over here inside our code, you can see that if we navigate to the request payload, we have added this very simple tokenized parameter. We give it the value of 2, and now we are going to initiate a very simple auth transaction. So remember that in order to initiate token-based transaction, you need to initiate at least one transaction with this merchant, with this customer. So now I'm going to finalize this payment like that. I'm going to finish the card details. And once the payment is done, you can see that I will receive inside my response something called the token. Now, in this part, you are going to save this token in your database, in your maybe your system, whatever you are using, and in the future transaction, you will be able to use this token to initiate token-based transaction. The one that's called recurring, like deducting the amount directly from your customers, or the CVV required, where you only asking your customer to fill out the CVV. So now that we have created the token, we can move forward to the next videos and learn how we can initiate a recurring transaction and a requiring CVV transaction. So let's move forward.